Good evening, beautiful people, and welcome to Unscripted with Melissa Santillan. Tonight, I have two very, very special guests, but I want to go ahead and thank my sponsors, Elisa Sparkling Gems and Icon Studios. My guest that I have tonight is here, and he is a well-known artist in our community. He is a complete visionary. He is a fashion designer. Without further ado, Kelvin Candie.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure to be here and to just converse and catch up.
Yes, and I'm super excited to have you on because since my first season, you were literally on a list of people that I've had for a year that I've wanted to interview. And what better time to interview before your fashion show?
Absolutely. The universe deemed it right.
And then we have another guest with us joining, the beautiful, beautiful Fentress.
Yes. Hey.
And I have to say just Fentress, just because you're like Madonna, Rihanna. You're like you just need one name. And literally,
You remember our first encounter?
Yes.
Yes.
You were like, oh my God, I love your name.
I actually introduced you to here.
Yeah.
Yep.
At an art show. It was art scene.
It was art scene.
How many years ago was it? Was it 3 or 4 years ago?
Oh, more than 5.
It was like
Was it 5 years
5
ago?
years.
Has it been 5 years?
2019 or 2018.
Wow. No, you're right.
Because it was the same year we did
The International Fest.
International Fest, yeah. So
It was 2019 because that was the year before COVID. And then remember, because that was fall of 2019 and then COVID shut down in February, March. Yeah. We snapped on International Fest too. I think we created some really, really dope looks. Did you get to make it out to International?
I was there.
Yes.
Dancing on the field, on the DJ and everything.
oh my God, that was probably like
Like people were dancing. I was like, I don't care. No,
I'm gonna dance anyway.
I'm like, I'm gonna rock it out. Yeah.
that was definitely a highlight of my year. Like that was amazing. I loved doing those looks and creating.
That it meant so much to have the team that we had together because it was myself, it was you, it was Daisy, it was Karla, and it was Johnna. And we did some outstanding work. Like we try to hit every type of look that we can make, and we did it in a few hours.
We did it so quick and had everything, the props and all.
Oh yeah.
And that I felt like the International Fest was kind of like a beginning of the fairs, the festivals that we used to see in Rockford, because we don't really have. They're starting up again.
Yeah.
They are starting up again, but that
It's been a while.
Yeah, it had been a while. It's been a while because of COVID. So nobody say the C word anymore. No.
Exactly.
Look, we ain't gonna speak it into existence.
But yeah, back to the first time you guys met. I remember you were just smitten when you met Fentress.
I'll tell you this. I roasted her for about an hour. And we were just cracking up.
Yes.
To the point, Tommy, one of my best friend was like, you need to chill. I was like, no, she's good.
Yeah, he was like, you doing too much. And I was like,
You're doing the most.
nah, you're good.
We bonded. Like that was like, we just bonded immediately. And she'd be throwing heat too, you know, like.
Oh, she does. But you guys been rocking since then.
Absolutely, yeah. Since then, I haven't.
Thieves.
Yeah, Thick as Thieves. I haven't done a fashion show without her. She's one of the few people that sees most of my projects before I even put them out.
Yeah.
And apart from that, it's just like I would say our friendship has just grown better and better. And whatever the case is, if I'm going through some shit, excuse the word, if I'm going through
it's fine.
stuff,
It's an adult podcast. You can say what you like.
if I'm going through some shit, I will I'll call her, or she will hit me up like, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? Are you okay?
Check in. You're
Check
my homie.
in.
What's going on?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And likewise too. And like one of my favorite things this year, I just honestly was her opening her business. I thought that was like the highlight.
Yes.
It is to be your own business owner, man. Sis, I'm so proud of you.
I'm telling
You did that. Yes. Hold on. I got to do the applause. Yes. You deserve all that applause.
Absolutely.
It's still going. Keep going. She is one of the hardest working women in Rockford. You are.
Absolutely.
And you're an artist. You are all around artist. I know that you paint also.
Yes.
But your canvas.
Not too many people get to see. But
Yeah, I've seen.
Yes.
And your canvas is hair and skin. But I always tell people this. People don't realize that us as stylists, we are stylists, barbers, and makeup artists. We're artists. Our canvas is different, but we are artists.
Yeah.
And I get inspired by artists that make fashion, artists that paint, that draw, that make sculptures, musicians. I get inspired by a lot of different things.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We all inspire each other. And that's the beauty of being in the art world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, it's fair to say that we feed off each other's energy.
Absolutely.
And like I said, she told me, like, she's like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And every time I'm like, whatever you need, I'm here cheering you on. And then I was lucky enough to shoot behind the scenes while she was doing like a promo for the opening
of the shop. That was like a highlight of my life.
Yeah.
Like not even like the year. Like
that was a beautiful day.
It was.
I was taking pictures of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Wash. It was a long day. She was doing the makeup one after the other, and
it was a long week.
Yeah, Zen was doing the actual footage and everything, but the outcome, for me, it was just, I didn't feel like the time went by. It didn't feel long because I was just in awe and I was just happy for my friend to be like, she turned words to reality.
She did that shit.
Exactly.
And another artist we have to shout out, Zen. Amazing artist.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. We've all three of us have worked with Zen on several occasions.
Several.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's just an outstanding artist and an outstanding person. And if you want the motherfucking truth, ask Zen and he'll let you know.
He's gonna let you know.
He gonna let you
He gonna let it be known.
And not with malice, with love.
Yes.
Love, yes.
Yes.
He does.
Absolutely.
He does. I love his vibe. I just love everything about that man.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, but Fentress, you were a part of the first fashion show. Your first fashion show, tell us about how that started and how you guys began your journey together.
Well, I think we had been talking, like texting through COVID. And I was like, it was one of those things where I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for this. I'm going to pursue this fully. Because at that time I had owned the High and Mighty for a while. I was just working on projects and stuff just to see how I can, the direction to go. And luckily, through Rockford Art Museum, we were part of Fashion in Bloom. And once that was locked in, she was the first person I called. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, nothing. I was like, we need to talk.
Honestly, I'm gonna butt in. It was so last minute.
Yeah.
He hit me up so
Like, we gotta do this and we got this amount of time. It was 2 weeks.
It was like 2 weeks.
You guys did not plan that in 2 weeks.
Yes,
literally.
we planned everything.
So
in
nobody
2
knew
weeks.
that until now that they planned this in 2 weeks.
He literally was like, my friend, what are you doing?
Like,
Wow.
yeah, because at that time, I didn't really know the direction I wanted to go per se. And to be honest, it was the first fashion show I ever did. And it was overwhelming, but thankfully, the art museum they were very accommodating. And usually during fashion shows, they bring in their own makeup artists and everything. But
You're like, I got my own.
yeah, because it's so much easier. She knows how I talk under pressure. I know how she talks under pressure. She, like, however we're talking, she knows, like, oh, I'm not even screaming or shouting or whatever because I'm very soft spoken.
Yeah.
So usually we bring Lindsay to put everybody in check.
Lindsay.
She will.
Yes.
Like
She will.
this. But apart from that, it's just I don't need to finish anything. She's like, okay, this. I'm like, yes. And we got
So Fentress,
everything
you
done.
were the manager on that production, it sounds like.
Well, I was a part of both
Yeah.
fashion shows.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And the first one, I was actually a model.
Yes,
And
I
there
remember
was
that.
other makeup artists, but I did butt in a little bit. I was like
Yeah.
telling the makeup artist what to do, and he was going crazy, and I was like, I got it.
Yeah, because it was kind of like the first time having a lot of people.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people.
It was a lot of people, and sometimes it's hard, especially when they're comfortable with each other, which I like because every fashion show we go in as a team. It's not about me. It's not about her. It's not about whichever model or whoever. We go in as a team.
It's we.
It's a we thing.
Yeah.
So it's so much easier to get a lot of things done when you have people you trust, like her and other people around me that we have worked a lot together. So yeah, it was an amazing thing, and big up to the makeup artists that did that thing. It was beautiful though.
Yeah.
It was.
I
was a
know.
dream.
We made the front page.
I saw. Yes, I saw that. You made the front page.
We made the front page
Twice.
before the fashion show.
Let's just say you'll probably make the front page again with this
Okay.
next
Of
one.
course,
So
absolutely.
we got to manifest that. Yes.
It's already written.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We've already done it every year. Why not?
So why not again? But it seems like during COVID, I think a lot of us were inspired during COVID. It was like we had time to do things that we didn't have time to do before.
A whole lot of time.
Yes.
A lot of time on our hands where it was like all these dreams I had or all these visions I had. Now let's make them happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like personally, because my kid was born, like I think 2 weeks before the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I'll not lie, being a new dad, that was the scariest thing. And the fact that we didn't have anybody because of the situation to be like, oh, this is how you take care of a newborn baby. But luckily,
Threw you right into parenthood. Like, there you
oh
go.
yeah, it was just like we just dropped in, and then we were both scared. But during that time, it was personally, it was just like very reflective, in a sense that for once I was like, okay, I do all these other things, but what can I do that can, if anything, my kid can look back and be like, oh, he did this, something tangible that can affect the future in a certain way that looking back, I can still be able to stand to and say like, oh, we did this in a positive light though. So with that in mind, and just like I said, we would converse a lot. Like, what would you, like everybody was scared, and that's the time we actually were like, it seems like the end of the world. We might as well just do what we want to do.
Yeah. It's like, what are you afraid of?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
What do we have to lose?
There's nothing to lose. It's go for everything that you ever wanted.
Exactly. So after that, it's once we decided that, it was off to the races.
And then the High and Mighty, your brand, and I know you came in wearing some of it today, and I noticed you got some new kicks.
These all things, yes. These
These all things. What are you talking about? Those are my favorite colors. The red, black, and white there.
Yes.
I'm gonna need me a pair of those.
absolutely. Give me your size. These I'm calling these the 815 mid tops. Very comfortable. First, I had designed this shoe design for kids, and then I realized that it kind of looked too cool. So I made myself a pair.
You're like, these are too cool for kids.
Nah, the big kids need these too.
Exactly, right?
Because your line actually caters to men, women, and children, and
Yes.
you have accessories also.
Absolutely, yes. We do have accessories like backpacks, purses. We did purses, tote bags,
Fanny pack.
Fanny packs, yes.
Pillowcases. I got a pillowcase.
Oh yes,
I got a
you.
pillowcase.
Oh, I only made 3 of those.
Yeah, well, I got an original, and nobody can have it. It's mine. No.
Oh yeah, we made pillowcases, and we had done a line of duvet covers and pillowcases. But those sold out before we could even put them out. So we're like, hopefully, as we progress, we'll do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the new portions of your collection. Because you know I'm a supporter.
Absolutely.
Every time he has a pop-up or something, I'm right there and I want to see, let me see what I'm getting this time.
Well, you know what? We should talk. We'll make you like a one-of-one piece.
You will? I'm so
Absolutely.
excited.
Yeah. Let's sit down and we will figure it out.
I mean, I have apparel, also my shirts that I have, my Chingona Bonita shirts. So
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes,
If we could make something that kind of goes with that theme, because you do black and white too, and I love black and white also.
I got you.
I dabbled with some color, but I noticed my hottest selling items were black and white items. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Because it's classic.
It's classic.
It's classic, but it's okay to take
Yeah.
risks.
And throw a little bit of I just threw just a little lip on there. Just a little.
Yeah, but you have to allow it to evolve. If your mind evolves.
And by the way, I got
yeah.
shirts for you too. Yes, I got.
Nice. Man, throw some my way. I work.
You
when I
got
work
the
out.
tees, but I got to give you the crops now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I'm down.
Yeah, and congratulations on that for real. That's
Thank you.
And like I've seen a lot of people rock it, which actually, I think just before I forget, like from the 16th, I would say to the 23rd, it will be our very first Rockford Fashion Week, right? So
I'm so excited. So it's Rockford Fashion Week.
Fashion Week, we want every designer, if they have pictures of models in their clothes and things like that, send it our way. We'll repost it. We'll post the link and everything, because the idea of this, we had talked about this, that what's the point of just us doing fashion shows and everything? It has to be a whole city thing if this thing is going to be, if this thing is going to grow, you know.
If it's going to grow, we all have to be involved.
We all have
And we all have to
water it.
support each other.
Absolutely, we
Yeah,
have to
I agree with
participate
that.
and support, yes.
I definitely
So-
agree with that.
so,
and I
yeah.
need to get Lindsay a chingona shirt for real, because she's a straight chingona. No, she's a straight. Lindsay, I got you, boo. I was like, she's keeping everybody in line.
For sure.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
I do got pictures, and I know because you've seen them. So
Yeah, absolutely. Please send
I
them.
definitely got plenty of pictures to send you, and probably some that I haven't released yet. So those might be the ones I send to you.
Yeah,
I haven't used them all because I believe in like saving content to use throughout the year and not just all out at the same time. Like I like to savor it.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
And that way, it's like you don't. I feel like if you flat it sometimes, you get some people, you miss some people. So when you gradually do it, you catch those that you missed
do
out.
a little bit along the
Yeah.
way. I know I had a friend that was vending over the weekend, and she's like, the event I was at, she was doing like a little reels, and she's like, look at how many people I seen wearing your shirt. She actually made a video to show me everybody that she ran into wearing my
That
shirts.
is beautiful.
I was like,
awesome.
that was like the best feeling in the world to see. I bet when you run into people too, and you're like, they have my gear on. Oh, my
yeah.
God. Like,
And you know the best part sometimes? They don't know that it's me, which is my favorite part.
they don't realize that you're the designer.
Yeah. It's most people know my name, they don't know who I am. But I kind of like it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like the man behind the scenes.
He's very humble.
Yes, he is.
Very humble.
It's
You are. You're very, very humble.
Very humble.
well, I don't know. It's one of those things I feel like I like the work to speak for itself.
And it does.
It absolutely
See that?
does.
Kate? Yeah, and it does.
It does.
Thank you. And it's no disrespect to the people that scream out on top of the thing. We all have different ways to market ourselves. I have no inkling or desire to be the face of something. As long as it gets a life of its own, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I am too. That's why I chose not to model my own gear. I didn't want to do that because it's not about me. It's about my work. Yeah. So I completely, and me and you never spoke about this, but that's exactly why I went that direction, because I didn't want to be the face of it. When people say Chingona Bonita, maybe they relate it to my name, but they don't have to relate it
to you.
No.
Yeah. And I feel like when you do that, it's the audience find themselves in whatever you do, in whatever product it is.
Yeah.
That way, it's not so tied to you, because certain people might feel a certain way about you, but they might like your art.
Yeah.
That's very
So I'd rather you enjoy the art. You might not like me or not talk to me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you did buy my shirt.
Absolutely.
But that
And
is
you
my
look good in it. Yeah. And you look good in it too.
You look good in it. I ain't mad at you at all.
Keep buying.
Yeah.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers
For real.
to that.
Cheers. Salud.
Salud.
It's not a tequila bottle, but no.
It's just aqua.
Yes. I had to wet my whistle a little bit too. But speaking of tequila, that is your drink of choice.
Yes.
I'm a dark liquor kind of girl. I prefer.
Well,
I grew to be a dark liquor kind of.
Yeah.
You know, the best part about that is that during this fashion show, actually, we...
Are we going to have drinks?
Yes.
I love it.
There is a very, very special drink that we're doing. It's a collaboration with Prairie Street. The High and Mighty Prairie Street. We did it, I think, last year.
For the fashion show, and it was amazing.
So what is it, and what's mixed with it? What kind of tequila?
So it's, since you said dark liquor, this is not dark liquor, but it's a beer. Prairie Street have their own...
Because they're a brewery.
Exactly. They're a local brewery, which I should say they have showed me and my brand so much love.
That's awesome.
I'm very forever grateful for that. We collaborated with them. They kind of took a chance on us, and they wanted to see what we were about. And we did a collaboration between the High and Mighty and their 9-pound hammer. It's a high alcohol beer. So they age it in whiskey barrels. So because you said you like dark liquor, so it's aged in whiskey barrels.
Yeah.
Very high percentage. But since it's called 9-pound hammer and we're the High and Mighty, so together we call this beer, it's called Mjolnir, which is like Thor's hammer.
Oh, yeah.
So it's called Mjolnir. Yeah. So it's a drink for the gods. It's got hints of chocolate and orange.
It is so.
I'm excited
good.
to try this drink.
It is so good, and you have to try root beer.
With root beer.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you did it with root beer.
He put me on, and I was like,
How did
What
you
is this
think
drink?
of mixing it with root beer?
I don't know, but
Kelvin, it was an experiment?
It was an experiment.
it was a beautiful blend.
It was a beautiful blend, and it was that was before I left the hub. We did something there, and the outcome was just great.
Yeah, we had the after party.
After party there,
After
yeah.
the fashion show.
After the fashion show, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just for them to be like, okay, we like what you're saying or what you're doing. We see what you're doing. Let's do this with you. It was a great honor, and I feel like, especially this fashion show, it's such a Rockford thing because the models, I had blasted about having models, so picked models publicly, and then makeup artists like the amazing Fentress right here, and then it's catered by Prairie Street. We'll have that very special beer, and it's only available once a year, only one day.
You gotta get some.
Yeah,
I need to. I need this in my life now.
absolutely,
Absolutely.
Hey, absolutely, you need to.
And something was running through my mind when you were just saying this. I just realized, and I know you don't like to take that type of praise upon yourself, but you are like a local icon. in Icon Studios.
He is.
Oh, that's too much pressure.
You really are. So, you influence so many people. I don't think you realize how much you influence all of us. Just your presence, your vibe. Like when I'm around you, I already know it's going to be a good time and it's going to be a great night.
Thank you.
Anytime I have been around Kelvin.
Like when he made the comment of like nobody, like people might not like him. Who doesn't like you?
I don't know.
Who won't like you?
I don't know anybody. And if anyone ever said anything foul about you, I would be to your defense. I'd be like, who are you talking about?
I'd be like, I know you ain't talking about
What?
my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence.
No, I'm just saying because
Absolutely.
a lot of people would be like, oh, did you hear what they were saying? No, I would correct people and be like, you know what? That is my friend. He is good people. And he is for everybody. Like literally, he supports everybody.
Literally.
How dare you say something about my friend? Don't you ever talk about him like that in front of me again, just so you know. No, so.
I appreciate that. It's just, I think, like you said, I get very uncomfortable with praise because I would rather. There's this part of me that's like, if I'm a good friend to you, then
you are. I consider you a good friend.
Absolutely, and as long as we grow together, sometimes I trip and fall. I do crazy nonsense. As long as we have that open communication, I'm good.
We've done crazy nonsense together. Look, I'm sure you have too.
I think everybody has a little crazy and nonsense.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And it's this thing, like for most people, like especially if I'm in a room full of people, people be like, so what do you do? Most of the times I don't answer because sometimes some people is posturing. They want to gauge themselves, how they stand.
How do they stand next to you? Or are they more important than you?
Yeah.
Their ego.
Or,
exactly.
Are you above me, below me? Like they do, yeah.
Yeah, so usually I just tell them I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and then life goes on.
What is your reaction? What do they say to you when you say that?
Oh, most of the times they don't even pay attention to me, and then I go about my
They're
business.
like, oh, let's talk to the next person. Isn't that what they do?
Exactly.
Yeah, they do.
Like, oh, you're staying home.
Exactly.
Oh, or they'll do that. It's time for another drink. I'll be back, and then they don't come back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with me,
They send you off.
Yeah, I know, right?
But he does that so they can.
Yeah, you know what though? I've noticed people that you want to be around and talk to, you fuck with them and you fuck with them hard.
Absolutely.
And like we always, like I said, have a great time, great vibe. But I felt like if you didn't want to vibe with somebody, that's what you would do to get rid of them. It's a low key, like, I don't really want to chat with you, so I'm gonna just.
Because I feel like I do that because it's if I feel that energy of posturing,
yes,
I know that you and I have nothing to talk about.
And nothing in common.
Nothing in common. And also I like to connect with people human to human.
Yes.
And the part of being an artist is just one facet of me. You know, there is so much of me. I'm a friend, I'm a dad, there's so many aspects of who I am. So sometimes I feel like
That's some real shit.
Yeah, it's dangerous not dangerous, it's bad personally to base my whole personality and character off one facet of who I am.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
So
it is.
Because of that, it's one of those things like even if I have a get together at my house,
Yeah.
number one is no phones.
Because you're here for a good time, not to be on your phone.
Exactly. We're not here to show, who is here or look at who I'm hanging out with. I do that because we share so much, especially when you're an artist and you have to put yourself out there all the time. But I'm also a very private person. So I like, at least, especially the people I care about, the people I'm very passionate about, I'd rather us enjoy each other's presence because then it will always be here in my head. I'll be like, oh, we had a good time. And we'll talk about it. If, let's say we might want to take pictures, it would have to be like, okay, let's take a couple pictures. After that, everybody phone off.
Yeah.
Put it away, unless you're expecting a call. Yeah. So it's...
Honestly, every time I've come to your house, I've like literally told whoever I was talking to before I arrived, like, hey, I'm going to see my friend. I'll call you when I'm done, and I'll put my phone on silent.
Don't bother me.
But we gonna have a good time. We gonna talk about some stuff, and I don't need to be bothered.
Exactly, and I don't know. It's just good to unplug. Yeah,
Absolutely.
It is. It's good to be fully engaged, not partially engaged, because so many times the phone becomes they're Snapchatting and they're trying to make video for content for reels, and it's just like you're not even enjoying the moment. You're not enjoying the moment. You're not even really here. You're just trying to show people what you're doing.
And that is what bothers me, to be honest. Like to be, okay, I'm here. There's nothing wrong with celebrating your friends. Let me put it that way. Celebrate your friends. If you know me, I will scream as loud as I can if my friend has done something, just because it's Tuesday, you know?
Yeah.
But apart from that, I just kind of just like to, if anything, just chill, kick it. And yeah, at least a little bit of myself, I like to keep that to me.
I think that's why, because Fentress and I are good friends of yours. I've been friends with you for some years now, and you've always just been such like one of the realest people that I know. And
I appreciate it.
Yeah, like literally one of the realest people that I know. And I just appreciate your friendship a lot.
Likewise.
Yes.
Likewise. And yeah, we should get drunk soon.
It's time. I might have to break down and drink tequila that night.
Oh, okay.
El Jimador.
Oh.
that one.
That one.
But I am dying to try the drink, the specialty drink.
You have to.
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I will be in attendance.
You have to sneak away with a bottle or something.
So are they selling bottles to go? Or do I have to get it at Prairie Street?
It will only be available at the fashion show. And maybe at the after party, because the after party will be at Prairie Street.
Okay, so the after party is at Prairie Street.
Yes.
So they're hosting the after party again. So what time? Tell everybody the date, the location, and the time. Because I know I put like the flyer up on the post, and I'll make sure to put that flyer up at the end of this podcast. But you go ahead and say where everything is, what time it is, where the after party is. Let's give everybody a whole. If you're coming to this, you have to come to all of it. All of it.
The whole thing.
Yes.
Cancel the day.
Exactly.
Because it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe. So first of all, I would like, if possible, wear your most fashion-forward clothes. Take fashion risks this whole week. When you're coming to the event, look great, because we're there to celebrate you. And it will be the very first ever fashion show inside the Nicholas Conservatory glass house.
What a great idea.
Thank you.
Man,
I'm in love with that place.
When he told me, I was like genius, because
Yes.
why hasn't this been done before?
I know, it's so beautiful.
He's an innovator.
It was a reason.
It is a reason.
Because he needed to be the first.
Yeah. You're
Absolutely.
an innovator. For you to find these gems in Rockford to showcase at. I love it.
Thank you so much. And to be honest, I am very grateful with the Conservatory. They have been very understanding, accommodating to me.
I love me some Leslie too.
Oh, she is amazing.
Yes.
She is amazing.
Shout out to you, Leslie, because you make it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she's one of those people, like, after meeting her, I'm like, I want to see what she does next. I'm excited to see her grow, evolve, and whatever she has in the future. Her mind is amazing. She's cool. She's one of the coolest people I can confidently say. She's cool as hell.
I met her like 2 years ago. We were doing something at the Northwest Community Center where we were speaking to kids. Her and I were both there, right? So we were speaking to some of the kids that that were there, and we were talking about what we did for a living, just entrepreneurship. Like we were just talking about different facets of life with the kids, just there for inspiration and them to pick our brains. And I was introduced to her there, and she told me about the project that she recently had done, the culture.
Cultivating culture.
Cultivating culture.
Yes.
I heard about it 2 years ago, and I remember us speaking about what she wanted to do, and you were one of the first people that popped in my head.
I appreciate
and I'm
that.
so happy that because I'm like, have you met him before? I actually asked. So I name drop when I feel like it's a good fit, I'll name drop people. And I was like, I don't know if you ever met him before, but if you haven't looked into him or you don't know who he is, you need to look him up.
I appreciate
because he would be someone that would be perfect for this plan that you have.
Oh man, like to just add on top of that, for me, it was so relevant because I'm not lying. At that time, I was in a mad depression, and I wasn't sure I was going to do it. And then my partner, who is my manager too, Lynn, was like,
"Yeah,
you have to do this. It's the concept, everything, and it was
It's
such
you.
a great idea."
Yeah.
And I knew it was a great idea, but I wasn't sure because I truly know that there are more people that probably have done more for Rockford, that have got a bigger reach. So I honestly felt that I wasn't worthy for that.
Oh, humble Kelvin.
And then
Too humble.
this is
Too
me being
humble.
honest.
This is
I was
why we
like,
love you for exactly who you are, but it was the right fit.
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
And
the
I'm
perfect
so
fit.
proud of you, my friend.
Thank you so much. And to tell you this, one of my favorite photographers, Shirley Mosman. Mm-hmm. She's the one, I've been a fan of her work for a long time.
Yeah.
And once the day was getting close, she was like, okay, this is the person that's taking the pictures. I was like, whoa, what? And then I was so excited. And it's like sometimes they say never meet your heroes. Mm-hmm. I was so glad I met her, man. She was so nice, really, really cool. And the next day after the shoot, we spent lunch together. And I told her that I thought that she was going to be an asshole. She just started laughing.
Like, you thought I was what?
Yeah, she said that. She's like,
Say
what?
what?
I was like, yeah, I thought you were going to be an asshole, man. But she was so awesome, and like that, like just being around that kind of got me back into like, okay, I need, number one, seek help and things like that, because we had like a heartfelt conversation with her. And I'm privileged. She treated me like a friend, like an old friend. She hits me up once in a while. I'll hit her up. She responds and everything. So Leslie inviting me to be part of that kind of gave me a second wind, because I'll not lie, there was a part of me that was a little frustrated, because there's just sometimes so much you can push or do, but if there is no like response or feedback, because people complain like there's nothing to do here. Mm-hmm. There's no this, there's no that, there's no that. But yet when our very own, let's say, Rockford designers, music artists, all the different kinds of artists that we have, that Rockford is full of.
And I think it's our generation that is,
Really
there's
pushing.
nothing for you to do. We're going to push for something for you to do.
Absolutely.
And
We're gonna
you're
make
making
something
it
to do.
happen.
Absolutely.
You're making it happen.
Yeah, and like that was like, I think a lot of artists locally have struggled with that, but like me, I'm just human too, and
Yeah.
I had those moments. But being part of that kind of it made me see how small I am to the big picture, and with that, I was like, okay, if they can't do this, we might as well do it ourselves. So we started having this idea of doing the fashion show there. I pitched the idea. They had some time. They liked it, and thought it was like how can I put it? Like a new wind, like a fresh gust of wind or air, and yeah, it's been motivating.
Well, nothing happens. I believe nothing happens by accident. People are putting your path.
Absolutely.
Stars align.
Yes.
And things even like the feelings that you had, like when you said like I just wasn't feeling it, and but there was something that created that spark that you needed.
Absolutely.
Right? So nothing happens by accident.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's God's plan.
And nothing is bad timing either.
No, it's not.
I feel like everything, even though you might not understand in the moment, like later when you look back, you're like, if that would have happened at any other time,
That wouldn't have been the right
that
time.
wouldn't have been the right time.
Yeah. And excuse me. And at that time, like you say, like timing, unfortunately I had lost I lost one of my childhood friends.
I'm sorry.
He was like a brother to me. There's certain people you just love,
Yes.
like just be like, okay, they call you like bring a shovel, you just be like, okay, where, type of person. And yeah, we were so close to each other, and going through that, just like being around people, it made me comfortable to talk about like, hey man, I can't do this, I'm depressed, or this and that and that. And sometimes grief can take a toll on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really did. And it's moments like that where friends and just me being a creative, that's my I feel like I speak better when I create.
Through your art.
So it was one of those things that I just started working on that, and it really got me out of the
funk you were in.
Out of the funk, and
It's funny. It's funny.
seeking therapy.
It's funny how your creativity and just like your art in whatever form that it is can literally pull you.
Yeah,
out
it pulls
of
you out of the
anything.
dark place. It drives you.
It does.
Absolutely. And you have, I feel like sometimes
It can ignite the passion again.
It ignites the passion, but it also makes us ask the most difficult questions
It does.
to the answers that we don't want to listen to. Because when you're alone in that space, in that zone, your hands might be working. People will be like, oh, she's going at it. But your mind is
It's
a
somewhere
billion
else.
miles away.
I swear, like when we did the photo shoot for me opening up my salon, that is exactly. Everybody was like, "Oh, she is in it. She's in her zone." And
But your mind is
my
like,
head is like
This. Yeah, like.
But honestly, like the completion of that was just like, wow,
Oh, it was beautiful.
like I did that.
You killed it. I got home. I even cracked a bottle of champagne that day. I'm like,
Yes.
we're celebrating, baby.
Oh, that's a real friend.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I annoy her all the time. Like
It's fine.
yeah,
Like we say, we're stuck together
I, I will. Text,
You guys are forever friends now.
Oh yeah,
forever.
I will text her. I'll be like,
I knew
"What?
that
I'm
the first
bored."
time you met when you were obsessed with her name.
When
I
he kept on
knew it.
repeating it, I was just like,
I remember he was like, Fentress. I just like saying it. Fentress. Fentress.
It's like this badass
Yeah.
superhero.
and that's
you know?
exactly what you said. You were like, that's
Yeah.
a badass superhero.
Superhero name. What happened to you, man? I
She's a
just heard it
badass
sound,
woman.
And then Fentress came up and did one of the hears, you know.
She did the roundhouse kick.
Roundhouse kick.
Wow.
I thought it was Jean-Claude Van Damme, but no.
It was Fentress.
Fentress.
I can't with you.
But yes, you asked me what's going to happen on. So we'll start Fashion Week this Saturday, and then all week send us pictures. Let's flood social media. Let's flood Facebook, Instagram with all these pictures. And Saturday the event doors open at 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay.
5 p.m.
At Nicholas Conservatory, right?
Nicholas Conservatory. And so right now, It will go from 5 to 8. We'll, like I said, Prairie Street will cater for that, and the after party will be at Prairie Street. But apart from that, it will be Afro beats, Afro house vibes. We did like a little pop-up thing to just get a few people together last week, and that was really good. Just to give the people a taste of the music of what's to come. And
And Prairie Street stays open till 2 a.m.?
I think it stays open to 12.
Till 12?
To 12. And then after that, we'll make a plan.
I know what the plan is.
The after party.
the after party?
Yes, we'll make a plan.
If you know, you know. And if you
Exactly.
don't know, then you ain't invited. No, if you don't.
You ain't cool enough.
But if you want that door entry, you need to bring him a bottle of El Jimador, and you might be able to get in. No, you might.
That's your ticket.
That's your ticket.
That's your ticket in.
And talking about tickets, we have right now two types of tickets. The VIP, starting with the VIP, that's $300. It will be for 4 people.
Okay.
So the VIP, if you have a VIP thing, you will have a separate seating. You'll have access to the Conservatory's rooftop. You have concierge service. Apart from that, we'll have you get like a goodie bag to go. We'll have some South African wine for you, especially for the VIP, and the other tier is $35, which
So it's like general admission.
That's the general admission, but it's all these runway tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Where can they purchase the tickets at?
so you can purchase the tickets at the Nicholas Conservatory website.
Okay.
If not, you can message me. I'll leave you with the link as well. And
Leave me with the link, and I'll actually put it in the post when I post this next week.
absolutely, I will
Yeah.
do that. And yeah, so far those are the tickets, but the seating is very limited. So
Get there.
I would recommend you get the tickets now.
Be there or be square.
Yeah,
And you don't want to be square.
I would recommend at least you get the tickets now, and at least that way you know that your seat is secured. And apart from that, we have other designers. We'll have RKFD.
Yes.
For the first time, they will join us. Part of this fashion show, and creative genius, if you have heard of him, his name is Tyler White.
Yes.
Yes, Tyler White, phenomenal guy, phenomenal artist as well, phenomenal designer as well as Balta, who owns RKFD. Like I met Tyler a couple years ago, and I knew that he did design. And it was one of those things. I was like, we should collaborate, and like you said, the universe saw that this
It
was
lines
the
up.
time
Yeah.
to do it. And it, for me personally, it's such a great honor to sort of curate this event with these people that have pushed Rockford Fashion forward for years.
Yes.
And I feel like it's time they get their recognition, they get their flowers, they get the love that they deserve. And and also I would like to, it would be like for me, it's a great honor to, I would say, to honor Miss Kahle of Kahle's Closet. She's just an amazing woman, and I am hoping that she teaches me how to sew. She has taught a lot of people how to sew and things like that. And I think she's located on South Main. Yeah. So, yeah,
That's my old neighborhood.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's such a great, I feel like for me, I'm so excited because people get to see some of the things that, that excites people like me, people like us. It's, if we build this now, it inspires, at least if anything, the young kid that wants to be a designer.
Yeah, our future.
Our future. We already know, like, Rockford already rocked the world. Virgil did it.
Yes, he
know?
did.
He,
Rest
he
in
literally shook the
Yes.
world. May he rest in paradise.
Yes.
And he shook the world. So with that, it's this thing that I was talking to Vic Rivera. He was asking me, so what's the game plan? And I was like, I just want the world to know that Rockford has something to say.
Yeah.
You
Let's
know?
make some noise.
Yes, we need to make so much noise that we cannot be ignored, because no matter what, I know nowadays people feel like clout is the most important thing or whatever. Yeah, to each his own. But for me, I just believe that good work cannot be ignored.
And
It can't.
And what impact, to me too, I always ask, is this pushing me further as an artist? Am I impacting my community? Am I making a difference? If those questions are yes, then I need to pursue it.
Absolutely. And like, I was having a moment, nerves and everything. I was talking to one of my cousins is back home. And I was just like I said, like, I got a little overwhelmed and everything. And the best thing he said to me was, imagine a young kid growing up where you grew up. Imagine right now they go on social media.
Yeah.
And they see what you have done, or you're doing a fashion show in the States. For a lot of kids, even for me as a kid, that was a dream that was unattainable. But now,
You're living proof.
yeah, that's the
Okay.
crazy part about it, and the thing that's the power of it too. That like I said, it made me feel small in the sense that it's no longer just about me or whatever. Yes, I'm going through this journey, forging this path, but you never know who you really inspire. And if personally I can touch one kid's life to be like, oh, it's possible, then I can meet my maker standing tall.
Yeah, man, those are some powerful words right there.
Okay.
And
Yes.
that's truly like what really drives me. It's just that.
And where are you from? So people know on the podcast where you are from, because you are represent so that they understand. This story has so much meaning, but tell them.
Absolutely. I was born at Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital in Blantyre, Malawi, to Anna and Victor. Those are my parents. Yeah, that's Blantyre is this. There are two cities in the world called Blantyre. One is in Scotland, and the one is in Malawi. The Malawian is cool.
Because you're from there.
Of course.
But apart from that, it's just the weather is amazing, and the people are very, very kind. We're known to be very laid back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just they say, I say that's where I was born, but I'm a person of the world because I truly believe you're the people you meet and the food you eat. So there's so many friends that I would say have fathered me, because I lost my dad at a young age.
Yeah.
So it's all those people that have looked out, have advised me and things like that. So, and in all the different places that I've been in the world, I think there's a part of me that's from there as well. So, but now I'm a very proud Rockfordian.
Yes, you are. And we're proud to have you here.
Thank
Definitely proud to have you here.
you. Thank you. And
Honored to have you.
you know,
Yes.
we're going to fly this Rockford flag to the moon if we have to take
Yeah.
it there. Yeah.
And you said that Rockford Fashion Week, it's the first time that we're having a Rockford Fashion Week. And you
Yes.
said it's the 16th, and you said flag. That's Mexican Independence Day. So I'm definitely going to have some flags out that day.
Oh, yes. So that is beautiful. So you know what?
So it actually starts on Independence Day for us.
Exactly. So you need to rock all the...
Rock all your fashion.
all your fashion.
Now that you said that all week, I feel I feel the need to like show out every day that week now.
Absolutely.
out.
Up until your event.
Absolutely.
Because
Yes.
guess what? My birthday was yesterday, and I'm finna show out to the end of the month.
Oh,
You know what? It was.
you know?
It was.
I'm showing out.
Fentress did just have a birthday.
Yes.
And I feel like we need to sing happy birthday to her right now.
You know, that would be great.
Yes. Are you ready, Kelvin?
I'll just say this. I can't sing.
That's all right.
Just a little bit. How about you can just be my background?
Okay, I'll provide the bass.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fentress. The ninja. No, happy birthday. No, you said superhero.
To you. Superhero.
Superhero.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Fentress.
Fentress with the roundhouse kick to the face.
Watch out.
It's funny because you said those exact words when I met
Well,
you.
he did. I was there. He even made the like.
literally-
yeah.
He
did that.
literally did the kick and awe. He was like, "Is it a bird? Is it a plane?"
Fentress. Da-da-da-da. You know what? It's love.
It's pure.
And you know what?
pure.
I even told her this. I was like, the way you handled that situation, it would have gone so wrong. It would have gone so wrong. She probably would have hated me after that.
But your vibe is just so welcoming. I don't think there was no ill intent, and you knew it the moment you met him.
It's just like he said earlier, like energy. Like I pick up on energy like so quick, and as soon as I even just heard your voice, I was like, I love him.
Yeah.
And we laughed that day.
We did.
We laughed.
We
yeah.
laughed.
And yeah, it's a beautiful friendship.
Absolutely.
You know you're stuck with me, right?
That's all right.
All right.
I'm
okay.
fine with that.
Okay.
I'm so happy I introduced y'all. I love this.
grateful.
I'm honestly happy that I was even invited to art scene because I'm not from Rockford either, but like I never knew anything about Rockford art scene until meeting you, and then because it wasn't really like advertisement for it for me to even be able to see, and I didn't know.
I think I
people.
hosted here that year.
Yeah, you did.
And I invited all of you to come and join me.
I think I was one of your artists as well.
You did
You were.
actually. Yeah, you were
You
one
were.
of the artists here in the building. So I wanted to make sure all of my people that I adore and love and inspired by try to make it out to support me for this, because it was like one of my first times curating an art show.
Yeah. And it was amazing. It was beautiful.
It was great.
It was
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think they actually chased us out because we were here to the very
to the
end.
very,
the last
very
people
end
We were
to
the last
leave.
people to leave.
We were.
Yeah.
We were just chilling.
Yeah, we're just kicking it. And
You're like, we gotta leave? What?
what?
We're trying to chill in here.
Why we can't stay? We'll lock up.
And I will always be grateful for that. And
I love you both.
I'm
Like,
always
me too.
grateful that you are a great friend.
Likewise.
And I admire your hustle. I hope you know
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah, you be grinding, girl.
Man.
And you got great energy. And
Thank you.
Don't lose that. You know, it's there's certain people, I don't know, the word can turn them the other way, but you're always like, I've met you days that I'm like, oh, she had a rough day. But you're always like nice, polite. And you'd be like, if anything, would just chop it up a bit, you'd be like, I'm so busy, man. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it's like you said, it's great energy, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate too, like when you realize like I'm on event mode or something like that. Like you said, like there's just, because you've been there before, because you've been there before. So it's like, I see you, I recognize you, and I wish I could stand and kick it and laugh, but I
gotta go.
My mind is going in.
I'll see you when I see you again, bro.
Yeah.
And when we can have a couple shots, couple drinks, I got you too. So.
Save some for me because I'm gonna need them after this.
Yes. I am telling you.
Yeah.
We've had some great times together though.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've had some great times together. All three of us have together had great experiences, times.
Well, when I should do dinner.
We should.
I will cook.
We should.
I will cook.
You'll cook?
Oh, I love to cook.
I'll bring appetizer.
Okay.
I'll bring the appetizer. You make the main course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every
We'll cook.
time he cooks, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's on point.
He made a sauce and he sent me home with it, and that sauce was gone so quick.
I
Gone.
remember that. Oh, yeah.
I was like,
She was like,
Oh, yeah. She was like,
like every drop.
I told her, I was like,
Tupperware? I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I want that.
yep.
I want that. I'm taking that right now.
I asked him. I think I asked him like, "Do you have some more of that?" He was like,
Yeah.
"I haven't made any more, but I'll make some
I'll
more."
make
'Cause
some
I
for
was like,
you.
I need some more of that. That.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do love to cook. It's what my favorite. Going out is fun, but I like to eat and just chill with people I care about, especially with good energy.
When you can break bread with your friends, there's nothing like it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Top tier.
It is.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. Because, I mean, we're already friends, but now we're literally, we're
family.
Yeah, now now we're family because we're breaking bread together.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you doing anything during art scene? Because the art scene, since we were talking about art scene's coming up.
Absolutely. So here is, I'm painting live next Saturday
I saw that.
for
At District, right?
Districts. Yes, I'm painting live, and then after that, I think the next day I'm doing a pop up. A friend is hosting something, so I'm doing a pop up, and then Fashion Week, and then the fashion show, and then after that I'm getting. Oh, by the way, you can call me Reverend because your boy is ordained.
Congratulations. Oh, we got it. Hold on. Really?
I'm literally getting. I'll be officiating my best friend's wedding.
That's
I'm so proud. See, another reason to be
Reverend Candie.
Reverend Candie.
Okay now.
Yeah, you can call me Bishop Firestarter. You know?
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so
Oh, you are too lit.
but,
What? He do it all.
but talking about art scene, I will have a solo showing at Abreo.
Nice. I'll be there to see you.
Thank you. And I'm taking pictures with the model for those paintings this week. It will be called Hello, Mr. Blue. And then from there, I'll also be showing at Bennie's Cleaners.
Nice.
They invited me this year.
Love
to
Bennie's
be,
Cleaners during art scene. One of my must-go-to spots. Must-go-to.
Must. And yeah, like I was so honored. I am so honored to be included in the list this year. And then I'm also showing at 317 for the All Black show. It's being curated by Saya. It's, I think, her first
I
show curated.
love her.
Yeah,
She's a
got
whole
talent.
vibe.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Very, very talented.
I
And
met her when they had the city stage thing with the Rockford Art Council.
yeah.
So I met her and I was like, I heard them say, somebody said her name and I turned around and I had never met her before. And I'm like, wait.
I'll introduce you.
I met her.
Oh, you met her?
I met her.
Perfect.
I introduced myself. I was like, wait a minute. I'm such a fan of yours.
That's awesome.
And then she was like, you are? And I'm like, yes, I saw your work during spring art scene.
Yeah.
And I was dying to meet you and you're here now. Take a picture with me.
That's
I was
awesome.
like,
That's
I'm
beautiful.
a fan. I'm like,
That's
yes.
you see, a lot of people don't have that energy.
Yeah, they don't.
They're like, oh, why should I even say that? I'm too cool. And I'm like,
Hell no. I try to show love to everybody. I don't think I got a hating bone in my body.
I know, right? Like, and it's just
Like
it's
you said,
celebrating
whether people like me or not, oh well, I'm gonna keep doing me.
It sucks to be you because this guy is happy.
Yes, exactly
You know?
that.
Exactly.
Collaboration over competition.
Any day. Any day.
Any day. And
I'm not competing with nobody but myself. I want to be
Exactly.
better than I was yesterday. That's it.
exactly. And I feel like once you get on that path of pursuing the best version of yourself in whichever aspect, I feel like success, and stress. Success goes up, stress goes down because
Yeah.
if I am giving you the best I can and that's not good enough for you, I'm sorry, there's nothing more I can do, you know?
I'm not for you.
I'm not for you then.
I'm not for you, but yeah, and then I'll also be a district that day. So I'll be at 4 locations. Low-key, I'm calling it the sum of Kel.
Okay.
Just a little bit. But it's to be honest, it's a lot of work. I'm doing that. I'm doing most of the pieces now, but luckily I already had like a body of work. So now it's just to finish some of the other pieces, because I want in each show to have at least a brand new piece, something like that. And apart from that, I'm working on it's a collection of paintings. Hopefully, it will be a show. It will be at Bennie's Cleaners as well. We haven't picked the date yet, but all the models in these paintings are Rockford women, or women that have been to Rockford, or they were born here and live somewhere else, or if anything, they have at least stepped ground on Rockford.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be. So I'm taking all the pictures and then painting everything.
The picture of Evangelina you made was fire.
Thank you.
I love all of your pieces. I'm a fan of your work as well, but you know.
Thank you. Likewise. No, I didn't know. I just thought you liked me as a person.
No, your work is stunning.
I appreciate that so
You
much.
remember I took my son to art scene with me, and you actually got to meet my son Christian.
Yeah.
And
Chris, cool, man.
and Christian was just so like, I think he ran into you after that, and he's like, guess who I ran into? And he like told me he was all excited. He's like, he's just a cool dude, man. And he's like, I really like him. He said the same thing about you.
Thank you. He is really cool. Like, I remember, I think it was maybe a week or 2 after I met him.
Yeah.
It was like old friends.
Yeah.
It was like, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? And we chopped it up for a bit, and then we went our separate ways. But yeah, thank you for bringing him.
I really want to introduce my children to what I'm into in my craft also, so they can feel culture, see culture, experience it.
Absolutely.
So I really try, even my little ones, I bring them out with me here and there. But that was the first time Cris had ever been out to art scene. And I was so happy. I'm like, see, you need to step out, be outside more. Be outside more.
And it's a great date. You know, it's a great thing to do on a date.
Yeah. He can bring his girlfriend out.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things that when you meet, like, I get excited when I meet new people, especially with my work and everything like that, because I fall in love with my work again.
Because you see them falling in love with your work.
Exactly. And it's also like the way they look at my work, it's different from the way I see it. And it kind of made like, oh, yeah, I see it now, because I'm also exploring it.
Yeah.
In those moments. So for me, that is super exciting, and especially when they're super cool about it too, you know? Like, some people love art and they just go in, I love that. I love to talk about it without feeling like, oh, I need to be too cool or whatever. It just irks me. Let me put it that way.
And I want to say, when I introduced you to my son, I was like, this is my really good friend, Kelvin. And I didn't really even tell him until like a minute of us talking. I was like, these are all his art pieces. And he looked around like, so he was like in awe, like, you're the artist? Like, you could see the look on his face, like, wait, like, I just thought you were introducing me to your friend. This is the artist? Like, I could see it in his face right away.
Yeah, that was my reaction as well when I met him and then I seen his art. I was like, you did that?
I dabble a little bit.
A little bit here.
Teach me your ways.
I love that. Yes. But yeah, it's I feel like, and that's also one thing that I kind of realized about art, especially as a creative. Sometimes we're so hung up on people that don't show up, but we forget the people that do.
Yes.
And like, it was one of these moments. I meditated a little bit, So I was just thinking, like I say, like try to figure things out. Like, oh, I did this, but maybe I did this wrong. And then I just realized that when we do not acknowledge the people that came, we're doing them a disservice. So from that day on, 5 people come, those are the best 5 people
Yeah.
for that day, especially if they even knew people. I'm not saying that if you're seeing any of my shows, you shouldn't come to any of my shows. No, I look forward to seeing you because by now we're kin, you know? So we can chop it up, laugh, but it's also great when you're coming to these things, not just my show or anybody's show, bring all the people you can because number one, you have time, you have a great time because you're surrounded by the people you're comfortable with, and 2, that's a memory that you're all sharing.
Yes.
You know, like that's something you can buy somebody shoes or anything, a car, a Lamborghini, it can crash or whatever.
Those are material things, though, but
things.
memories are
Memories,
priceless.
Priceless. They live with us. One day when I'm like 95 years old, I'll be like, you know what? There's this one time I met my friend Fentress. She had a cape on and a mask.
Kid.
That was the most epic art scene ever. Pass me some water, please. But those are like memories, you know, like yeah. So those like I feel like that's something that we need to, if we want this city to change. Number one, we need to embrace the arts because we embrace the arts, the kids will be interested in them. If anything, after school programs and things like that. I'll give you an example. Growing up, like I was born in a dictatorship.
Yes.
So we had one radio station and everything that was aired, even movies were censored. I still watch movies I watched as a kid because they would censor each movie. So the narrative I had watching the movies as a kid and now are different because the certain parts that were taken out. And then we had our first democratic thing and we had a couple radio stations. But for the most part, they just only play like, let's say, American music and international music. Very little. But then the artists were like, okay, no, this can't fly. You have to play our music or companies that sponsor you will boycott or whatever. It was like a very,
Yeah.
you know. But apart from all of that, it was just the artists and the people that were like, hey, this is what we're about. This is what we're taking to the world. You know, because whether we like it or not, if we're here, this is home, you know. By doing that, it has changed. It changed the music culture of my country now. Like, I had a friend that was at the Grammys last year.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was so lucky that it was, for me, it was such a beautiful, beautiful moment. Shout out to Tay Green. It was such a beautiful moment to see somebody from my neighborhood at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to see how this whole movement catered to that.
Yes.
It wasn't just him alone. It was this whole movement. And now he's this larger than life figure towards the States and but it all started because everybody they were like, okay, this is what we're going to push. And the city rallied behind it.
Yeah.
There's a music show. We all go there. Like, one of my things that I hate is like, who is there? I have a proposition. If somebody asks you that, never invite them anywhere.
Who's there?
Ever.
Well, if you don't want to come and find out, then don't come.
Exactly.
No, then don't.
But I feel like the same thing
Consider
is
yourself
yeah.
uninvited.
I feel like this Rockford is going through a renaissance right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially if the TVs, the radio stations can support the people, not me per se, but everybody, the music, what's going on, not just in the big venues, but in the small venues as well. New upcoming artists. Tell people, hey, this weekend there's this going on, this going on. Supporting it. Just doing that alone, it will push Rockford culture so far forward that they won't even have enough time to cover all the content that's being created, because there's so many really, really talented people in Rockford.
Rockford has a lot of
A lot of talent.
a lot.
Yeah.
In all aspects.
Literally.
All aspects.
In all aspects. And the unfortunate part is that if we don't support it, we kill it.
Yeah.
Before it's even born, before it's even ready to blossom.
There's a movement happening, though.
Oh, it is.
There's a movement happening amongst all of us right now.
Yeah, but we need more people, though.
We do need more people, and we need to be a little bit louder.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So, a little bit louder.
Make some
Absolutely.
noise, make some
Absolutely.
And it started, I think, a few years ago, and it's
growing.
It's growing, and it needs to continue to grow.
Absolutely.
And I can actually see differences being made
Absolutely.
within our art community.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Mary McNamara, for doing all that you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of us didn't even realize that the Rockford Area Art Council was a thing.
Yes.
Until she was leading it. And she has created such a big impact, creating a more diverse and inclusive platform for us all.
Absolutely. And they will be able to do more the more people support them.
Yes.
Because it's not fair to go to art shows and to just be full of artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We need clients, buyers. And we actually had that discussion about, it's great when you have artists supporting artists.
Yes.
But how do we get away and become like these larger cities?
Absolutely.
Right.
That people are actually purchasing the art and people are showing the art, in their homes and circulating,
Absolutely.
So, but we do have to wrap up. I know your show is coming up. It is September 23rd. You guys need them tickets. I'm going to post that link. I want to thank Fentress and Kelvin for joining me this evening. I think we could have talked for another hour.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the show, and I will definitely be dressed in my best.
We about to kill that shit.
Yes, I'm so proud of you both. So proud of you both.
Thank you.
I want to thank my sponsors, Elisa Sparkling Gems and Icon Studios. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.